Gassa to move and Councillor Dickadam to second the motion in their names.
Yes, I move the motion.
An amendment motion has also been circulated. Can I ask Councillors Prevelli and Birchall to move and second their amendment?
Yes, I move the amendment.
And I will second the amendment.
Thank you, Councillor Birchall. First speaker, Councillor Gassa. Please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Tonight we have the opportunity to do something truly great, to make Wandsworth the most inclusive anti-racist borough in London, just as we want to make Wandsworth the greenest borough. It's what our residents want. Madam Mayor, the last year has been so intense that it's hard to remember back, but something so terrible happened on the 25th of May that shook millions of us, myself included, out of our blind spot regarding institutional racism. The horrific, brutal murder of George Floyd. It made people like me, who were never racist, but also never actively anti-racist, take a good hard look at what's been going on. And I started seeing what was going on nearer to home, right on my doorstep. Young people, past and present students of my local secondary school, started sharing their stories of the racism they had experienced at school. Not just one or two, hundreds of them. And then I was having a quiet lunch in Tooting Market one day when I witnessed a totally disproportionate raid on a small Jamaican food outlet, the Lone Fisherman. 7 policemen with riot shields and a dog inside the market, another van full outside. They didn't find anything at the Lone Fisherman, but they stopped them doing business and humiliated them and upset a whole community. It was really shocking. This is what institutional racism looks like right now in Wandsworth. I'm lucky I don't have to experience it, but many, many people in our community do. My daughter tells me every single one of my black or mixed friends has a story about being stopped, searched or followed by police. 0 of my white friends do. This includes middle-aged black people like their parents, their teachers, theatre directors. So this has made me and many of us here tonight think, OK, it's time we used our influence to try and put things right. We all want to eliminate racism and bias. And schools are a crucial piece in this jigsaw which needs fixing. We have not got this right yet, whatever your amendment says. Young people and parents have told us how bad the curriculum is in some of our schools. Some of them started campaigns such as the Graveney Stories of Racism and the Wandsworth Anti-Racism Education Campaign in Putney, which presented a very compelling charter of best practice at our committee meeting. Teachers have been telling us they would like guidance. The Petitions Committee and Women and Equalities Committee in Parliament last week said they had petitions signed by hundreds of thousands of young people calling on the government to diversify and decolonise the curriculum, and that 69% of teachers felt they did not have the freedom to teach in the way they would like. The Minister, Nick Gibb, accepted that when young people do not see themselves reflected in what they learn, they disengage, that a diverse curriculum that represents the different journeys communities have made is important. So we all agree that it's time for change. We're not trying to force schools into anything they don't feel comfortable with. We're seeking a collaboration with professional educators, that if you are part of the Wandsworth family of schools, we all agree that there are standards for an inclusive curriculum, just as there are educational standards. Inclusion and anti-racism is a crucial element of well-being. Seeing yourself left out of history can have an impact on who you become in the future. If you cannot see your past reflected in the curriculum, you may not feel you have a place in society. So this starts with decolonising the curriculum. And by this, we just mean rethinking what is taught and acknowledging the effects colonialism had and has on equality in our society. Teaching Britain's local colonial legacy accurately will promote inclusion by acknowledging that Black history is British history and promote a sense of identity for all young people. And it's not just about history, all subjects can be taught in a way that includes everyone's experience. Wandsworth Education Department officers have been working with schools on this and produced a really good paper, which is how this came to be debated at the Education and Children's Services Committee and now comes to Council. That committee voted in favour of our motion, which was then in the form of an amendment. The committee, which includes representatives of local schools and local parents, voted in favour, and we should tonight. There are some wonderful examples of good practice in our borough. Just a few. Chestnut Grove has a really exciting humanities curriculum. Putney High School is working with the Black Curriculum campaign. Our very own Deputy Mayor shared with me an excellent presentation on decolonising the science curriculum that she gives at Roehampton University to student teachers about all the important scientists from minority backgrounds. We just want to bring all these together into a strategy and share all the good examples so that every child in every school sees their community respected. Madam Mayor, let's seize the moment to do something amazing. Let's say Wandsworth stands up to racism. Wandsworth does not tolerate racism. Wandsworth is the most inclusive and racist borough in London. Let's vote for the motion.
Yeah.